Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. What is the springboard of our activities in this world? If our activities are the result of temptation in the outer world, if our activities are born because of suggestions from the outer world, if our activities are the result of our interaction to the outer world, then we are living at a relative plane of consciousness. And such activities bind us to the objective preferences. Such people are constantly looking out for everything. And as a result, they go far away from themselves. See, it is so simple. If we are asked, how far is the depth of the space in front of us? If we are asked, how far is the depth of space above us? If we are asked, how far is the south to the right of us? What will be the reply? Reply will be, I don't know. Now, second parameter, which determines our existence. This was the parameter of space. Second parameter is the parameter of time. 5 minutes we understand. 10 minutes, yes. 1 hour, yes. 1 year, yes. 10 years, yes. 100 years, yes. 1,000 years, yes. 10,000 years, yes. 1 million years, yes. What concept you are getting in your mind? The world, this earth is created 398 trillion light years before. Now what has gone inside? Other than the noise. Because the away you go from yourself in terms of time or space, you end up in ignorance. See? So, all the objective world, everything in the objective world is away from the self. And when every thought is the result of a stimulus from the objective world, what will that mean? That means we are functioning under the influence of ignorance. Because when you go away from yourself, you are ending in ignorance. That is what is the foundation of these TV advertisements. They will advertise something. It is so good. Never it was so better. And then temptation. Buy one mattress, take one pillow free. Isn't it? Some people ask me, Swamiji, you move throughout the world. Why don't you also try to fix marriages between the competent parties? I said, you don't have to tell me. I have already started doing that. Really? I said, you send your data and we give even some schemes. Select one, take two free. See? So when our thoughts are originated from the objective side, we are living in ignorance. How we live in ignorance? When I look at a particular object as presented to me by the TV or the media, isn't it? The media, TV decides, be yourself. And then that becomes a fashion. These days that is the latest one. Be yourself. And then all kind of horrible, expressions of the Stone Age, that becomes a fashion. And then they tell us what we should live. If you go to US and the Western world, everything is dictated by the media. What type of clothes you should put on? The clothes which are manufactured in Ludhiana, exported there, and sold there in tremendous price, you go and buy it and bring to the person here, and made in India, Ludhiana. See? Friends, the real life is when we start living from the self. Alas, we have never discovered the glory that we are. We have always taken ourselves to be granted that I am a miserable, limited, finite, frustrated individual. And because I don't have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all these things with me, and therefore I am incomplete, therefore I am unhappy. So unless I get all those things, I will not be happy. And friends, once the mind starts projecting, this is how the people fall in love. When two fools look at each other, then one fool projects. I think if there is any girl in this world, it is she, it is she, it is she. And then all kinds of projections come. And the same thing happens with the girl. And these projections collide. And love happens. And they fall in love. And when they fall in love, they get married. When they grow in love, they never get married. The difference. We have grown in love. We have not fallen. And after that, some time passes, all these projections which were about each other, those projections disappear with the passage of time. And then the misunderstanding, the anger, the separation, the dejection starts. Now where from all this is starting? Only when we are living at the periphery of our personality. See, if you are at the center of the giant wheel, you will support the total changes in the whole giant wheel, but you will not be affected. But if you sit on the periphery of the giant wheel, and then when it goes up and down, see how nice experience you get in the stomach. In the same manner, friends, living life in relativity is existing at the periphery of our personality. Living life as an absolute being is living life starting from you, the self, the center of the total universe. Now, how do we know? This is principle we have understood. Very good. Now the question is, how do we know whether at this moment I am living at the periphery of my personality or I am living at the center of my personality? How do we know? Now the test is, our Patanjali Yoga Darshan tells, Santoshat Anuttama Sukhalavaha. Contentment is the sign of self-realization. See? Are we content within? Or constantly, I want this, non-stop hunger, craving for the world. And therefore, the one who is established in the absolute He is totally content, and when he is totally content, he is always happy. See? If you go and give to a beggar, I saw it long time back in a train. Those days I used to travel in 3-tier compartment. First, maybe in about 30, 25 years before. Once I was going by the train, and the professional beggars come. So one beggar came. And he asked for money. And there was one old lady. She said, wait. Now this fellow waited. She took out one thing, opened that. Inside there was another bag with a zip. I don't know what they do. Inside there was one hanky which was tying down some coin. That was, you can imagine how much time that beggar was wasting. And after that all was done, she took out 5 naya paisa and gave it to that beggar. So that beggar got so disgusted. He gave 1 rupee to that lady. Chai pi lena. You take a cup of tea. See? When we are satisfied, content, whatever is available to us in this world will give us the same amount of happiness which the Lord has. But when we are beggar inside, then, okay, this is okay, but I wish, इस खाने के साथ यदि अचार मिल जाता तो अच्छा. That means what is available that we are not aware of. What is not available that we always talk about. This is the sign of living in the absolute world or living in the relative world. And ultimately what we are all seeking is only this. What is peace? What is God realization? What is self-realization? What is happiness? Is only this. If you are content, everything is perfect. See? And that contentment is the sign of divinity, is told here by the teacher. He says, Bhutani yanti bhutejya madhya jino yanti mam. Those who are seeking this absolute state, they reach the absolute. Now how they reach the absolute? What is the sign? Now here he gives a very simple, beautiful word. This is one of the most popular words of Bhagavad Gita. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti pavrutam ashnami prayatatmanaha. See, I am not giving you the traditional translations. He, whosoever he may be, he who offers me such insignificant things like patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, if nothing, a glass of water. How bhaktya, with love. I am more than happy with it. See? Be very attentive. If we are happy in small little things, even God will not be able to make us miserable. But our happiness always depends on so many ifs and buts. That is how, this is a very simple technique. To be happy in life all the time. Whatever is coming to us, that is all that we need. All that is coming to us is the best for us. And this we will not understand unless we transcend the limitations of the birth and the death of this body. I'll tell you now, today is the last day of this lecture, isn't it? I'll tell you the last word about this absolute and relative existence. Relative existence is the struggle to achieve happiness with the two boundaries of birth and death of this body. And the absolute vision and absolute happiness is a freedom to go through the boundaries and enjoy the life. See? Normally people are afraid of death. You change your vision. How many times we have taken birth and how many times we have discarded the body? What is there to be afraid? The moment this vision changes, then you have really understood the absolute vision of life. And once we know this, we have lived through many lives. We will live through many lives. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, why there are so many bodies and so many lives and so many types of people or creation in this world? Why not only one? I said, look here, you are a daridri. You are a most poor, useless fellow. Going to bed, jinn. Going to toilet, jinn. Going to college, jinn. Nothing else. I said, our Krishna is so luxuriously rich. Once he uses one cloth, he doesn't use it again. See? Why the poverty of only one body? A rich man's son will have so many options. Dad, I don't like this pant. Okay, take that one. I don't like that. Similarly, God has given us the human form. Dad, we tell to the God, I don't like this human form. It is so responsibility. What do you like? Donkey, buffalo, pig, mosquito, cockroach. Select anything. And remember, whether you are a cockroach or a donkey or anything, it makes no difference. Isn't it? When we put on the mask to play on the stage, it makes no difference. Because we remain the same. When this vision is developed, that we have lived through many lives. This is not the first time we are meeting each other. I do not know how many times we must have met each other. Once you take this vision, you will see all your tensions and frustrations will disappear and you will be happy where you are. You will be happy in whichever situation you are. And the last thing that happens, you will be happy in silly things. Those who are able to discover happiness in silly things, they alone are established in the absolute. Look at the children. How they are happy for small little thing. If they see this thing, they start playing. They'll come, climb and jump. Again come and climb and jump. And when we see that thing, my God, there are 3 steps. Had there been 2, it would have been better. And there is no something to support, And when I sit down, there is something non-stop. See? Let us discover this faculty. Then this vision will change. And friends, scientific approach means change in vision. When a person goes to the medical college and he comes out, what happens to him? Onida? No. What happens? He changes his vision. Earlier, he used to see human beings. Now, he sees patients. He doesn't look at the human beings. You must have seen, these people who are sitting on the shop, pawn shop, or the taxi drivers. When they have got a passenger in the car, they move very fast. When there is nobody there waiting, anybody comes, I think, Ara, I think he's coming, gone. Again, wait. Again, some other person is coming, I think he is going to come, Do you know how I know this? I had a very good taxi friend, a Christian driver. So I used to spend time with him. So he said, Swamiji, you sit. When you sit in my taxi, I get a lot of business. It's all right. So sometime we will be sitting somewhere and he said, Swamiji, see that person, I think he is going to hire our taxi. And then waiting, 1, 2, 3, 4, again. And without even looking at the taxi, he goes. And he says, my God, again gone that guy. See? This is how our life is full of expectation. On the contrary, if you are content, satisfied with yourself, you will be happy all the time. Ultimately, what we want is this. One objection. Because of this contentment philosophy, our country is not progressing. I know this. These thoughts I am hearing everywhere. Because of this contentment philosophy, India is not progressing. No, because of lack of contentment, there is more of corruption. See, corruption is not because of contentment. So, the teacher says, whatever is offered to me with love, I enjoy it. Means what? Whatever comes in our life, if we are able to celebrate every moment of our life, we are established in the absolute. Life becomes very beautiful. We don't want to change the world. The world is most beautiful as it is. Imagine if in this world the people don't die. What will be the tragedy? Where will you keep the whole lot? If the children, see today, the world population, Indian population, etc. is increasing. It is not because the people are producing more children. No. Old fellows are refusing to go. And therefore the population is increasing. There is no reason. So, tadaham bhakti pavrutam ashnami prayadatmanaha. And therefore, now the teacher tells, yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. The normal translation will be, whatever you do, offer it to me. But we are scientific, allergic to God. So let us try to discover other practical meaning. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhosi dadasi yat tapashyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whenever we go to the temple and offer something to the Lord, how do we offer? It was so expensive to get the prasad these days, it's very expensive. Anyway, Panditji, don't take out everything. Normally, when we take the sweet meat and offer to the God, attention is now how much this fellow is going to take out. And Pandit is professional. He puts his black, strong, horrible hand and takes out the bulk of it. Gone. Itna bacha hai, little bit still. And in that he will put moongfalli, the peanuts, and little bit of flour and take. Isn't it? So when we offer anything to the Lord, we offer everything cheerfully and happily. When we do anything for the Lord, we do everything cheerfully and happily. When we get the prasad from the Lord, we accept the prasad cheerfully and happily. In short, offer everything to me means what? Live cheerfully and happily in this world, in and through all the activities of your life. Let the inherent happiness be manifested through you every moment. That is real devotion to the Lord. Otherwise, go to the Lord, oh Lord, I am not able to get married, didn't you manufacture any model for me? Don't cry and become a beggar before the Lord. He is struggling inside. He wants to express. But we say, no, not now, later. Let us be happy tomorrow. Now, miserable. Friends, this is the simplest way of living life. See, I was in Australia recently, and there is one Amma with whom I was staying. She is working as a receptionist in a medical hospital. And she is there for last 5-6 years now. And all the people, all the staff from the director up to the lowest one, they are all jealous of her. our Indian origin girl, jealous of her. Why? She is never frustrated. She is never disgusted. And all the time cheerfully humming some or the other songs. So her colleague said, there will be one day where you will be also depressed like us. And they are waiting. And she is not getting miserable. Now her problem is, how people get miserable, let me know at least. See? Friends, those who have taken this vow in life, if you have to express inherent joy. Vivekananda Swami is to tell something very simple and very beautiful. He is to say, if you have to cry, go to bathroom. Flush out yourself. And when you come out in the world, have a proper makeup. And your makeup is incomplete unless you wear a smile. This world has sufficient number of frustrated, hanging faces. We don't have to add. If we have to express joy. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. It's very important. And friends, it is a question of only practice. Like at this moment, we have a practice. Somebody does a mistake and asks the question, how are you? Please sit down. Please sit down. See, what happens, when I sit down, this right knee, it starts giving such excruciating pain, and then it slowly goes on up, and it comes to the back. And I don't know what, then it stops here and goes to this place. And then it starts coming like this. And the description is so sincere and so full involvement that you start getting the pain in it. Is this life? Therefore, now this meaning of this word, yat karoshi yadashnasi yajyosi dadadiyas, means what? Anybody asks you anytime as to how you are, don't tell the truth. Give a lie, strong lie. What is that? How you are? I am on the top of the world. And you should mean that. Not like this. How you are? I think I am on the top of the world. Give one. Now he will go really on the top of the world. We have no business to be miserable in this world. When we are taking the position of the water, and from the standpoint of the water, look at the ocean. You will never be afraid of getting drowned. Look at the waves. You will never be afraid of getting broken into pieces because you are an absolute water on whom the ocean and the wave, cause and effect is merely superimposed. You are untouched by all the causes and all the effects. Change the vision. Change the vision. But we don't want to change. No, I say, okay, very nice. I am very happily miserable. Get out of this wrong approach to life. This is what the teacher says. Yat karoshi. He is not telling you, now sit down in Padmasana and take this Maha Mantra. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And in that Padmasana, with the Gomukhi, that bag in the hand, start chanting in a straight way, back straight, head straight, neck straight, and you are straight for life. Then keep on chanting. Bhagwan is not telling this. He said, Yat karochi, whatever you are doing. If you are walking, walk cheerfully. Not patak. Where are you going? I don't know. I'm just going like that. Are you a buffalo or what? Is that way of life? If you are eating, eat cheerfully. Not like a dog. Patak. One girl, she came one day and she said, Swamiji, do you know what I like in you? I said, maybe Daddy. She said, maybe then my wide forehead. One bald father was given a t-shirt by the forested son. He was not deforested. Son was young, a teenager. He gave a t-shirt to his father who was a boy. And on that it was written, I grow more head. And therefore the hair are relatively less. Sri Krishna. So, yat karoshi. So that girl said, Swamiji, I have seen. Normally people in your age group, when they take tea, coffee, they have a music like that. And when they eat, they make a terrible sound. And I hate that. And you don't do that. I'm so happy about it. Look here. Who is happy by what? Yat karoshi. Second, yadashnasi. Whatever you eat cheerfully, happily. Friends, don't go for all these gimmicks. Don't take naturopathy. One extreme. Don't eat anything white. Milk, sugar, salt, maida, rice. Don't do that. That is all required. Whatever you eat cheerfully and happily. What will happen? When you are happy and cheerful, your endocrine system functions perfect. When your endocrine is functioning perfectly, your digestion is excellent. Your assimilation is best. And that is what matters in life, not what you eat. Otherwise, you get the pizza with the phone, and after anyway I eat. And such cranky people eat a lot, and yet they are agarbatti all the time. See? What is important is yadashnasi. Let it express your inherent joy. You have understood and realized God. So, yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yat juhosi, dadasi, yat tapashyasi kaunteya, tat kurushvama darpanam. Yat tapashyasi, whatever difficulties come in your life, enjoy difficulties. See, the English proverb is, what cannot be cured must be endured. But I don't believe in that proverb. What cannot be cured should not be endured, should be enjoyed. Enjoy that. The moment you take this view of life, enjoyment. See, we must have seen some time. The other day I was on one airport, and there were some small kids. One child was known to me, and our flight was delayed by another 3 hours. So the elders, oh gosh, another 3 hours. What these people are, oh. And the child was very happy. See, Swamiji, we'll go for running now, from this end to that end. See, life is like a cup of tea. It depends how you make it. You add sugar, make it sweet. You don't add sugar, make it bitter. If you are a Gujarati, take the tea in the disguise of milk or milk in the disguise of tea. Think, friends. This is the way. Every difficulty is for sharpening and brightening our knowledge. When you take this positive aspect, you will really enjoy every moment. See, this example I had given a number of times. Remove from Ramayana the episode of Ravana. Remove from Ramayana the episode of Kaikeyi and Manthara. Now read Ramayana. Dasharatha did not have any children. Why? I don't know, something wrong. Then he has conducted a yajna. Putra kameshti yajna. Putra kameshti means putra kya mistake hai ki putra hua nahi. Isiliye putra kameshti hai. And then after the children were born, the children were very good, very nice, They were all helping each other, loving each other. They grew, and then Ramachandra was established as the king, and he became king, and he ruled for 33,000 years. Ramayana over. Who will read that? Tell me. If there is a news or an event that a dog has bitten a man, it will not come in the newspaper. If it is the other way around, a man has bitten a dog, then it comes straight away in the newspaper, isn't it? Friends, take life in the right stride. Then you will see life becomes most beautiful. And for that, don't react. Respond. How we react? Because we start from the periphery. When you start from the center, you don't react. You absorb, you love, you accept the world as it is. For example, I'll give you, go ahead. Once it happened, there was a news that one Swami got married. And there was one lady from Bandra, she got very disturbed. And she came to me, Swamiji. I said, look here, I am going for class, I don't want to talk anything. Then I said, then what can I do? If you have to talk, you talk to yourself. I am going. So I went for my lecture. She came for the lecture. After lecture, we came back. So nice, deep thought process was. Swamiji, can I ask you now? I said, Ram, you have not forgotten that after listening 1 hour of satsang? No. Swamiji, do you know what is that? You know that Swami, he got married. I said, have you come to me with a proposal? Swamis get married and therefore you are a Swami. So therefore I have come. He said, Swami, it is difficult to talk to you. I said, don't talk. See, the life becomes so beautiful. Otherwise, take that issue and then you start giving a lecture. You should not talk about other people like this. You should be very nice. This stagnated thinking process makes the life boredom. Get out of it. Then only you will really enjoy every moment of your life. Now, as a result, what will happen? Now, see the important thing. If you are cheerfully living every moment, what happens? Shubha Shubha Falairevam Mokshase Karma Bandhanaihi Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma Vimukto Mamu Paishasi. When you are doing anything as an expression of joy, you do not expect happiness from your actions. Normally what we do? When I do this thing, I should get that thing. And after I get that thing, then I will be happy. So all our struggle in life is to get happiness out of action. But here the technique is, let your actions be the expression of happiness. And as a result, you complete your action, your happiness is perfect. You don't wait for the future to come and give you happiness. This is called as freedom from karma, freedom from activity, freedom from bondage, freedom from cause and effect, freedom from individuality and living in the absolute. So, Shubha, Ashubha Falaihi. Now see, for example, I am talking to you now. I am enjoying. Whether you are enjoying or not, who cares? I cannot make you enjoy. So, if I imagine like this, then after I finish my talk, then all of you say, hey, Swami, you really did a good job. And I know you will not say that. What will be the result? At the time of talking, I am not expressing my joy, and afterwards, I am expecting a positive comment from you, and you will not give that comment. The net result is, now I am not enjoying, later I will be suffering. See? This is called as karma bandhan. This is called as bondage. Expectation from your own performance, if gives you happiness at that very moment of performance, you are living 100% in the present. Expecting happiness as a result of your action, you are not living in the present, you are living in the unborn future. And we have no choice but to live only in the present. We have no choice. See how the life becomes simple. Such a person is always integrated. Such a person is spontaneous. Such a person is relaxed. Such a person is alert. Such a person is absolutely tranquil. See, these are all the things which makes all the difference in life. So, Shubha Shubha Phalairevam Mokshase Karma Vandanaihi Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma. This is called as sannyas. Sannyas is not changing the color of the clothes, then having the different makeup. We are all tailor-made sannyasi. See? That is not sannyasa. Bhagwan has given the definition in the 5th chapter. Neyassa nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati. A real sannyasi is he who has zero expectation from the whole world. See? Zero expectations are possible only when you are living as the absolute being and not living as a relative individual. See? The river has a course to follow and a destination to reach. The ocean has no course to follow, no destination to reach. See? And when I am preoccupied with any project in my mind, I will definitely use you for the fulfillment of my project. I am not worried about you. My interest is in my project. See? Therefore, sannyasa yoga yuktatma is he who is living from the absolute standpoint all through in this world. And such a master alone can really guide us on the spiritual path. Those who have to run the institutions, they will never be able to give you the truth. They will give only that which is beneficial to them. So, sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimuktaha. And he is really, really liberated. And the one who has no expectations from the world, who has not even a thought to do good to the world. Please remember this. This is the highest bondage. I want to do good to the world. And what is the good? I define. And then my definition of goodness is imposed on the world. And then I have the illusion, aha, I have done so much good to the world. Friends, the highest good to the world is you be happy. There is no more goodness to the world. Because when you are happy, the contagion of your happiness will spread like that. And all the people around you also will start feeling the same experience. So, sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimuktaha mam upashyasi. And therefore, what is the meaning of real freedom and real liberation? That he says, samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. So, samoham sarva bhuteshu. For me, there is nobody as a friend, there is nobody as an enemy. Will the ocean say, I love the little small ripples, but I hate those terrible, monstrous breakers and the waves? No. From the absolute standpoint, all negativities disappear. Because the vision is all inclusive. The relative vision is all exclusive. See? And therefore, samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. That state in which there is nobody as a friend, nobody as an enemy. Then what happens? Then what is our lifestyle? We are friendly with the whole world. When you are a friend to a friend, you are in bondage of friendship. When you are friendly to the whole world, you are having the freedom of living as a friend. And therefore, in this absolute vision, you function with the spontaneity, without any expectation. Therefore, when something is good done to somebody, oh, wonderful. It is not happening, excellent. Don't bother the weight on that. Be calm and quiet. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. However, those who approach me, the Absolute is talking about the relative. The space says, for us, don't sleep with your legs facing the south. Your house should not open in the Nairitya Disha or the south. So we have Raga Dvesha about it. But the space, I don't like the south direction. I like only the east direction. No. From the space's point of view, relativity has no value, no meaning. See? In the same manner, when the walls are pulled apart, the sun is available to us. But when we don't want to get out of the room, the sun is not available to us. So when the sun is available to us, the sun doesn't have the arrogance, I am giving you all the heat and the light. No. If somebody comes, somebody takes, well, you are welcome. That indifference to goodness is called as God realization. But our goodness is calculated, ATG. This ATG goodness is not the truth, friends. To come to this Absolute, discard everything in this world and then function from that vision. Life becomes extremely simple, extremely pure. So, ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te teshu chapyaham. Now, those who are, be very attentive, those who are able to discover the Absolute standpoint, and after the discovery of the Absolute standpoint, thereafter you will function through the relativity, but as the Absolute. See, now what is happening? Now we are functioning as a relative and therefore miserable. Take an example. The children are fighting with each other. So one child in relation to other child. The sibling rivalry going on. And the father is watching from above. Now what is the vision of the father toward the children? And what is the vision of the children among themselves? The fight between the children among themselves cannot be sorted out by them. Now the father, the Absolute vision, what he says, Beta, you are elder one, isn't it? So you should have more understanding. This fellow, small one, is stupid, It's okay, give it to him. Now see, Name dveshosti na priyaha. He is not telling that I like that child and I don't like you. The moment you climb to the state of Absolute understanding, you function in the relativity without the biasness of I versus you. And that expression where the biasness of I versus you is totally absent, that Absolute vision is called as God realization. So, Maite teshu chapyaham. In this manner, such people are functioning in the relative world without losing their foundation in the Absolute understanding. The result is, they will be acting as a drama on the stage of life. Be very attentive. On the stage of life, when we act, it is living in the Absolute. On the stage of life, when we react, it is living as a relative. Let us stop reacting. Let us start acting. This is how today in the morning in Bhagavad Katha, the teacher told us. The whole thing can be explained only by one way. And what? This is Krishna Leela. This is just a sport. There is nothing real, there is nothing unreal, there is nothing to be taken serious. Just live through like you are listening. Don't get influenced. If you are able to do this in life, you have really established yourself in that. Now, such a simple thing, but it must be okay, but you know what happens? I have been a very bad person. I have really lived a very dirty life. You don't know Swamiji. When friends come, you have to take some drinks. When you take some drinks, you have to eat non-vegetarian. When you get intoxicated and all that, you become rowdy. When you become rowdy, sometimes you lose control on yourself. When you lose control on yourself, sometimes in that anger, you may kill somebody. When you kill somebody, you have to go to jail. This all happens, and all that has happened to me. Now, where from to start? Am I qualified for this wonderful vision that you are giving? Please remember, spirituality or the scientific approach is changing our vision. The day we change our vision, our perceptions change. When the perceptions change, then interaction changes. When interaction changes, the experiences change. When experiences change, the life changes. In this Cubs corner or somewhere, there is a Ken's corner, not Ken's corner. There is one beauty parlor shop. I read in some newspaper. I have not gone to that shop. For your information, it was written there, don't whistle at the lady coming out of the beauty parlor. Maybe she is your grandmother. Meaning, the moment one girl comes out there and you are, hey, come on, shish, you are ready to give a whistle call. And she looks at you. Grandma, I never knew you come over here. Will your whistle continue? See, the moment your vision changes, your interaction changes. And what this Bhagavad Gita is doing is only this. Change your vision. See, the whole Bhagavad Gita was told to Arjuna, as a result of which the situation of the battle did not change. Duryodhana did not undergo any modification. Everything was as it is. Who changed was Arjuna. See? So all the spiritual life or scientific approach to life is you change yourself. That is why you turn. Don't ask other to turn. So, if this is our condition, then I am so bad, what will happen? Don't worry, you are qualified. Will you expect that only a healthy man should go to the sanatorium? No. Do you expect only a healthy man should go to the doctor? No. On the contrary, doctors become patient when they see the healthy people. So Bhagavan says here, api che suduracharaha bhajate mamananya bhag sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vavasito hisaha. Now this is a very simple and the most important point to turn our whole life's course. What is that? Api che suduracharaha. If you have a doctorate in criminal existence, if you are the worst kind of human being ever born, but if you have decided to change yourself, you have already become a great Mahatma. See, the Lord is not telling you, carry the load of the past and spread over here. No Mahatma worth his name will ever ask you about your credentials and your past life. We have to start from now. And how do we start? Only by one click, delete the past and determine that from this moment onward, I am a changed person. See? Everything will change instantaneously. What is lacking is our commitment. What is lacking is our self-confidence. What is lacking is our involvement. What is lacking is that we are doubtful about our own self. The teacher is never doubtful. It is we who are doubtful. So here the teacher says, don't bother about your past. If you really want to change, you can, even if you are 98 not out. How can you change after such a long time? He will change the present body. And you will be too early for the next life. And when your next life begins, right from the childhood onwards, you will be meditating. Now the worldly things will not disturb you. And this is how a young child like Jnaneshwar Maharaj becomes a great master. This is how a young child like Shankaracharya is able to bring out the genius of human understanding. Therefore, don't give up hopes. This is not a cul-de-sac that we have come to a point where we will be buried for good. No, thank God we are Hindus. Never mind, if not this life, next life. It's not once you are buried, gone. There is no last chance. You have got every chance. But what is required is change yourself with determination. And once we have decided to change, nobody can stop us from progressing on the spiritual path. So, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim niganchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. If such a criminal is guaranteed such a great boon, such a great reward, what to talk of those good people who, because of lethargy, because of laziness and oversleep, and because of the habitual error, have not grown spiritually. There are many people who are very good. They have no bad habits, except lazy, Such lazy people, even they will be able to come out, provided they have decided to change. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati. And what is the ultimate shashvat shanti? Shashvat shanti means that shanti which cannot be destroyed by anything in this world. We only know a peace which is conditional peace. Our peace is what? I am happy because of my wife. During the Chandramukhi stage. You know the 3 stages of the wives? I told them long time back. After marriage, first year is the Chandramukhi stage. Second year is the Suryamukhi stage. And every now and then, wow. And third year onwards, till death, it is the Jwalamukhi. So when we are happy because of wife, what is our glory? When we are happy in spite of the wife, then you are a real person with guts. Try to be happy in spite of the wife. If you are already spiritually inclined and you are growing very well. So, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati. He attains that peace that passeth beyond all understanding. That peace is not the peace of depression, the peace of no interest. And I don't know, I don't feel like doing anything. What I should do? One lady came to me that day. Swamiji, I don't know. I always fight with my husband. In office, I have all bad relations with everybody. Nobody wants me. And I am disgusted of myself. So I have come to you. To make me disgusted? No, please help me. I said, tell me, what are you doing? So she said, Swamiji, what I do? I do a lot of spiritual practice. I get up early in the morning. I do the japa. My guru has told me to do japa so many 1,000 times. And then I take only the sprouted grams and the moong. And I don't eat salt. And I am keeping everything sattvic. I don't watch TV. I put on only the clothes washed with my hand, not in the machine. Now see the height of foolishness. And after that is over, then her problem is, I am like this. So please help me, please give me some mantra. I said, you are over intoxicated because of spirituality. So you are having spiritual allergy. So what is to be done? If you want to get the benefit, stop everything totally. Start leading a normal life. Eat good food. Watch TV. And go here and there. Put on nice clothes. It's not. Spirituality means what? Dirty living and shabby thinking. That is not the spiritual life. Lead a dignified, cheerful, happy life. And then see. And then I told her to take also some of these vitamin tablets and all that. And after that she did, within 1 month, what a change in her. Swamiji, I thought you will give me some mantra. I said, you are already intoxicated with mantra poisoning had happened. Remove that. Don't make your spirituality a cartoon of spirituality. So, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shanti nigacchati. If you are walking spiritual path, don't watch outside. Watch within. Are you at peace with yourself? Do you have any arrogance within? Do you have any guilt? Are you carrying the load of your past? Are you fabricating the imaginary future? Watch that. And if you are living in the present, cheerfully and happily, then alone you are walking spiritual path, or else you are going the wrong way. So, if you follow this path, what will happen? Kaunteya pratijanihi nami bhakta pranashyati. Those who take to this path of living from the absolute standpoint, in the midst of the relativity, such a person will never be destroyed. Proclaim. Pratijanihi means proclaim. The teacher says, hey Arjun, proclaim to the world that get established in the absolute region and play the game of relativity. You will never be destroyed. See the joy of life. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranachati. Bhagavan, why don't you proclaim? That is the whole problem. When I tell people, they never listen. This complaint I only don't have. Even Bhagavan had the same complaint. If I tell people very simple thing, say I don't want that thing. No, Swami, take this thing. I am telling no, but you have to tell yes. If I say, come on, sit in the chair. No, I want to sit below the chair. Go below the chair. Now imagine, if you don't listen to these simple things, will you listen that you are Parabrahma Paramatma? No, Swami, I am not there. See? So, Bhagavan says, if I tell to people, they will not listen. You tell. Because they are your brand. They will only understand. Khagahi jane khagagi vash. Name bhakta pranachati. Mam hi partha vyapashita epi syu papa yonaha. Striyosh vaishyas tatha shudraha tepi yanti param gatim. And Arjun, those people who take up this path of changing the vision and looking at the world with a changed vision, whatsoever miserable and sinful they may be. Who are the miserable and sinful? Such as Striya, women, Vaishya, the trading community, Shudra, the scheduled caste. This is how our country is going to down. Bhagavan said, Stri, women are bad, papi. In our Tulsidaji's Ramcharitmanas, there is one couplet comes there. Dhol gawar shudra pashu nari sabahi tadana ke adhikari. Dhol, the mridangam, tabla, dhol gawar, the illiterate, Shudra, the scheduled caste, and Nari, the woman, Sabahi Tadana. Tada means beat. Tadana ke adhikari. Imagine when Tulsidas ji must be present, all ladies must have made a association. Tulsidas ji hatao, Tulsidas ji hatao, Tulsidas ji hatao. Now here you hatao Bhagavan Krishna. Striyo Vaishyas Tatha Shudraha. Tepi Yanti Paramgati. Now see what is the sinfulness in this. Stri. You know, this word Stri is a technical term. When in the computer science we use the word mouse, do we want that kill all the mouse? It is spoiling the house. No. There the mouse is required because it is not the mouse of Ganeshji. A different type of mouse. In the same manner, the Stri is a technical term. Stri means a person who is matter oriented. Stri, Sa, S, T and R. These three things together make Stra. So A stands for Sattva Guna, R or R stands for Rajo Guna and T stands for Tamo Guna. This Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is matter. Those who are matter oriented in their life, they are leading a sinful life. See, those who want more and more money, they will do anything to get more and more money. This is the meaning of Stri. And Vaishya. Vaishya means what? Those who are interested in all the time, what do I get? What do I get? Trading community cannot have the benefit without committing sins. It is something like a lawyer. A lawyer has to be a liar. Otherwise he cannot survive. Because you are getting into that kind of profession. And then Shudra. Shudra means what? Shudra doesn't mean our Indian definition of scheduled caste. Shudra means those who are constantly complaining and crying. These are the three technical terms. Even such people, they will be able to grow if they change their vision. Striya Shudras Tatha Vaishyaha Tepi Yanti Paragatim. Kim Punar Brahmana Punya Bhakta Rajarshayas Tatha Anityamasukam Lokam Imam Prapya Bhajaswamam. And what to talk of those people? Brahmana here means those people who have got understanding, who are little grown up, who are having higher vision to live in life, not living at the level of the matter, at the level of trading, at the level of indulgence, at the level of hoarding. No, they have got something higher to be achieved in life. Such great people, Punya Bhaktaha and Rajarshayas-tatha, and the great saints and sages. What to talk about them? Prapya imam anityam lokam. This material world has never satiated and fulfilled anybody in this world. See, there are few stories come in Bhagavad Mahapuran where it is said that some such and such king, he ruled for 20,000 years. After that, he handed over the whole kingdom to his children and he went to the forest and he did a lot of tapasya and then realized God. Means what? After 20,000 years of material life, he could not discover fulfillment what a great saint and sage has without anything around him. See? Therefore, the day this thought comes in our mind, material prosperity without the spiritual backdrop leads only to mental perversion. And mentally perverted society cannot be a cultured society. We think that it is an advanced society. It is advanced perverted. The culture of the human existence will be totally wiped out because of this excessive materialism. And such people giving up this material pursuit all the time. Therefore, please remember one important message of this 9th chapter. Infrastructure is not everything in life. Infrastructure is the most important thing in life. You may have all prosperity, but if you don't have peace, What is the use of that prosperity plus misery? So, such great people, Bhajasvamam, they all the time are thinking of this absolute vision. And therefore, Manmana Bhavan Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mame Vaishyasi Yuktaivam Atmanam Madparayanaha. Therefore, Arjun, ultimate I tell you, Manmana Bhava. Now don't be Durmana. Don't all the time think about the world. Think something higher. Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha bhava. Not only think, but get totally dedicated to this vision. Mad bhaktaha bhava, madhyaji bhava. Whatever you are doing, do it so that you grow spiritually. Madhyaji bhava and mam namaskuru, and ultimately come to know that the only vision which can help us in our life is change the vision of the relative existence and look at the world from the same point from where the Lord is looking at the world. When our child dies, how miserable we are. And so many millions of people are dying every moment. Our Father in the heaven, how miserable He will be? He is not miserable. Because He knows that when a person dies, he comes from one body, goes to another body. Who is dying? Therefore, Mam Namaskuru, let us transcend the mind. And as a result, Mam eva eshasi yuktaivam atmanam matparayanaha. Such a person, totally dedicated to me, he will certainly attain this absolute vision. And from this absolute vision, start living a new, fresh life. And in this vision, there is no competition. There is no frustration. There is no arrogance. There is no guilt. There is no misery of any kind. There is no jealousy. That fulfillment in existence is possible only by changing this myopic vision with which we are looking at this world. The moment we change the vision, everything will change. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.